Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your fire pit chat. Your daily dose of all things Love Island.
Oh. I wasn't prepared.
Sorry, my iPad died and I had no idea. So we're going adless tonight.
I was trying to figure out this freaking focus on this camera.
It's so weird.
Dude, I don't know. Okay, we'll figure it out later. Sorry, people. Episode 25. This was a good episode.
This really was a really crazy episode.
We now know why we hired Joey Essex.
Now I get
it. Yeah, like he's doing his job.
He's doing the most.
I know. And now I'm like, is this real?
Honestly, tonight got my head scrambled like with Joey Essex because it really does seem real to me. Like I watched it tonight thinking, okay, Jasmine, this could be a game. He could be an actor. And I wasn't getting that vibe from him or Grace. Like they seem genuinely, like Joey seems like a bumbling idiot. You know what I mean? Like he genuinely just seems like a fuckboy. But also...
Exactly. He's literally just like a gaslighter.
Exactly. Also, Will confused me tonight.
I was literally just looking at our YouTube and someone's like, you guys are going to do a complete 180 on Will tonight after tonight's episode.
Totally.
Honestly, like... Okay, here's my thoughts on that. I'm not mad because I don't like the way Uma acted today.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, where do we even start? Do we just start with the Joey drama? Because Grace is in the room like, fuck her, she's not a fucking friend. And Uma's like, or she doesn't fucking care about me. It's like, Grace, first of all, you did that to Samantha when they were in a couple and you guys slept in the hideaway that night, dude. You were disgusting and classless. And now you're gonna go talk about how this girl should respect you? Like, it's baffling. Like, this girl, Grace, is just used to getting everything her way. And the moment it's not, it's like, what?
Yeah, no, she is not used to being told no or having someone reject her. She's not used to that. It is not up to the new girl, the bombshell, to, like, make sure your feelings are okay before she goes for your man. She's got to go for someone's guy. Like, maybe she's not interested in the single guy that's there. Like, maybe she's just, Connor's not her type. And then what is she left with? Like, she has to go for someone. And he told her he's not closed off. So she's going to go off of that information. And the person you should be mad at is Joey. Period. End of story. Like, you can only be mad at Joey. You can't be mad at anyone else for this.
Yeah, Mimi was the voice of reason too. Mimi's like, it's hard because she's a bombshell. It's like, Grace, you were a bombshell. Like, it's like the rules don't apply to her.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's wild. But also, it was so crazy because Grace is like, Joey, why are you acting shocked? Like, why did he act shocked?
That was so annoying.
Was that for antics?
I think so. Like, I think he was just trying to, like, genuinely, my reaction is that he didn't know how to look, like, happy or sad. So he just looked shocked. Like, because he can't act one way or another. Yeah. He could isolate one of his ladies. He's trying to have both ladies. I think shock was just, like, the safe way to play it.
Yeah, that was really weird, though, and it definitely was awkward, and Grace is like, why are you fucking acting shocked? And, like, how come, like, it's like, Joey, the way they kissed during the day,
honestly,
it's physical. It's straight up a physical relationship.
Yeah, but he's the worst kind of guy, because if you're Grace, you're like, he just kissed me in front of Jesse. He likes me. Like, he is gonna pick me.
He likes
and
me.
Then, like, but he doesn't. Or he likes Jesse too. Or he just, like, doesn't like you enough. And he keeps talking about wanting to settle down and wants a future wife. But committing in Love Island is, like, way too serious for him. Like, newsflash, buddy.
Right.
This is the least serious you're going to be.
I think it's committing to Grace.
But he's not ready to commit to anyone. But yet he's ready to take a wife. The man's not ready.
No, he's not ready. But when you find the one, you're ready. So it's like you're forcing Grace. It's not working out with Grace.
Exactly. You nailed it. You nailed it on the head. Like if that was the one he was ready to commit to, he'd commit to her. Yeah, totally.
And exactly what her point is too. It's like, why are you needing to go look elsewhere? He doesn't like you that much. If he needs to look elsewhere, on what planet would Clark or Mike probably would have in the beginning? No. Exactly. Like if we were acting like that, you're insane.
No, totally. And also, he said something to her. He was like, I'm starting to feel like how I felt with Samantha. Like, I'm feeling bad about wanting to explore. And I was like, oof, that is brutal.
Right, because he like compared her to Samantha.
Yeah. Like, no girl on earth, just like a word to the wise out there, you just like never, ever, ever, ever compare a girl to someone else you've been with. Like, to that girl's face.
And like, it was a bad comparison because it showed how little he gave a fuck about Samantha. So if you're comparing me to Samantha right now, then yeah,
exactly how I would feel. But then Grace at the end of it, like, so Joey gave you nothing, and then you guys are just like pecking. I missed you, kissing.
Grace, fool me once, shame on me. You fool me twice, shame on me. Like, Grace, I'm sorry.
You're telling the girls, like, you're going to be done with him if he continues to talk to her. And then you're pecking him, telling him you miss him. Like, now he knows he can do whatever he wants. And, like, you will still be there. Like, he can just apologize the right way, give you a few pecks, and you're on to the next. And Grace said another way you can tell she's never been rejected before is she told him, we all know you're just going to come back to me. So, like, what's the point? I'm like, that level of confidence, that's beautiful.
She said that?
Like in that conversation. She's like, you're going to talk to her and then we all know you're going to come back to me.
It's wild because she's like she really thinks so little of this other girl.
Yeah, it's honestly mean. Like
we're not as bad as Samantha.
No.
Because she had the power.
Yeah. But it's, like, really mean to just, like, act like this girl is, like, nothing. Like, you can't be, like, she's a beautiful girl. Like, and to be fair, Grace knows nothing of Jesse's personality. Like, they've never spoken. Jesse just got in there.
Yeah, Jesse probably needs to have that conversation.
Yeah, I think Jesse's, like...
I think Jesse's, like, one, like... She doesn't fucking know. Like, Joey is straight up gaslighting both of them. Mm-hmm. He's saying all... It's, like... I truly feel like she is stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean?
I wish both girls would just, like, watch his actions, because, like, his actions are very clear into his intention, which is to play a game. Because Jesse, he just kissed Grace in front of you. Grace, he is talking more to Jesse than he is to you. Like, he is still wanting to get to know Jesse. Like, I wish these girls would kind of see that and be like, oh, he's playing a little bit of a game in here. But, like, they're both just listening to his words. And, like, even Grace said his actions aren't aligning with what he means. And to his face, she said, I don't think you seriously think through what you say. But it's, like, actions are louder than words. Like, someone shows you who they are, but you have to, like, listen to it. You have to pay attention.
Yes.
So, like, Joey is a gaslighter extraordinaire. He's had tons of practice in it. So you have to watch his actions. But also, I think Jesse's like, she's come in. No girls have her back. All the girls are going to have Grace's back. Like, there's already tension between the girls. Like, one side is brutal. The other side is, like, crying. Like, with all that drama at the game. Like, I think she's scared to have that conversation with Grace because, like, genuinely, I think she's just scared of the girls.
Yeah. And I did just... When you were saying it, I was like, oh, I wonder if... But Grace really isn't friends with Jess and Nicole, who were really good friends with Samantha.
No, I think it's... Which it's so funny because, like, Jess and Nicole, like, don't seem to care at all what's happening to Grace. Like, it's very much girls divided. It is Jess, Nicole on one side, Harriet, Matilda, and I guess Grace on the other. And then I think Mimi, like, just doesn't really connect to either group, but just, like, kind of floats in the middle, like does her own thing.
What about Uma?
Uma's with Jess and Nicole. Sorry, Nicole, Jess, and Uma.
Right. But then by the fire pit, she was over there. Like, but then again, it's like then Uma's in the dressing room being like, yeah, like fuck that, like fuck her. Like that's the shit I don't like. Is like, where's you guys were, everyone who's speaking were bombshells.
Exactly.
Like, you guys did it. You had to choose from somebody. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, very true.
It's wild. But yeah, I the fact that Joey's like, I'm not like going around and hiding and doing all that. You want to go up to the terrace?
Joey literally said, I'm not hiding it. I'm doing it in front of your face. I'm transparent and open. Lies, lies, lies. It's not like we're going to the terrace. It's not like we're going to the hideaway. Sun sets. Joey, would you like to go to the terrace with me? And then
he pulled her for the chat, right?
I don't know if he pulled her. I'm pretty sure he pulled her. I was going to ask you because I couldn't remember. But 100% he said, let's go to the terrace. So the terrace was his idea. I'm assuming he pulled her. And then not only did they go to the terrace, but he's like, let's hide from the girls watching us in the terrace. But he'll do everything in front of your face, babe. Like, come on. But also Grace. He just told you.
He did her dirty.
He just told you he's going to do it in front of your face. And then he pulls this girl to the terrace. And Grace said, we all know what the terrace implies. And we all do know what the terrace implies. Making out. It's a guaranteed snogging.
It's giving Ekansu crawling to, what's his face?
Was it? Who was she crawling to?
That Jay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly was really shocked when I saw them kiss.
When he asked her to go to the terrace, like, I knew he was gonna try to kiss her.
I didn't think so. Still,
you didn't?
No, I didn't. I really just think he didn't want ears. Me being naive, but like the shit that comes out of his mouth is insane. Like, we're watching a guy do what multiple guys have done to us. You know what I mean?
Honestly, it's like so thrilling to watch him like say it to both sides.
We're getting an inside look on literally how they operate.
It's fascinating. Like, I could literally study this.
It's really good. It's really good. Okay, moving on. Let's circle back to the Ciran, Nicole, Jess, Harriet. Okay. Funny that Nicole said, what was her words? It's just a game. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. She needs to chill. I'm speechless. How is Nicole the one saying it's not that deep?
The one who...
Everything is deep to you.
Exactly. Especially in the games. Like, you're the one that takes the games to another level and kicks off with Ciran because of something that happened in a game, but it's not that deep. Jess could not stop saying, if you can dish it out, you better be able to take it. And in my opinion, Harriet's not dishing it out unless she's, like, reacting to someone being mean to her. Like, from what I've seen, like, she will read you to filth, but after you called her the second or third pick, or after you called, or...
No, she did it first.
With Ciran?
Yeah, but he called her out for something. It's like her defense mechanism.
Okay, so he called her...
The thing is, it's like, you don't need to go 5 steps beyond what she did. And that's the thing he's missing. Mm-hmm. Like, she just called you immature. Nicole calls you immature, like, on a daily basis. So the fact that you, like, literally, like, butchered her, that's the thing that you went too far. And he's, like, not getting that. And neither is Nicole, and neither is Jess. It's, like, it's not about the pasta.
Yeah, and also Jess is just, like, takes any opportunity to, like, shoot a dagger at Harriet. And I think it's just, like...
It's bad.
Like, Jess could have just simply stayed quiet in that situation and it would have been totally fine. But she cannot help talking out of the side of her mouth and saying a snide comment. Like, I can't with Jess anymore. I just don't think it was nice. Like, regardless of Harriet starting it, which now thinking back, I guess she did start it with Ronnie too when she called him an actor. But the thing is, it's like, you can't make a girl cry at the end of a day. You just can't.
Agreed. Like, that there's a line. And if you were a man, you wouldn't... if you were a man, you wouldn't say those comments. That's why you're immature. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but also you're 21, so you will become mature. Like, that's clearly a trigger for him being called immature.
Yeah, it's like what Ronnie said. He's young and he'll learn from his
He'll learn from his
mistakes.
mistakes. Like, Ronnie, I feel like, has learned a lot in Love Island. He's, like, learning how to
Honestly.
act.
The character development of Ronnie.
He's, like, had such a dramatic arc. Like, he's standing up for his girl. He's a one-woman girl. He didn't even blink an eye at Jessie. Like, he is, like, turned a new leaf. But the thing is, like, okay, Karen, she called you immature. Like, you'll grow up. You called her everyone's second or third pick. Like, that's just going after a girl's insecurity, when he could have just been like, Harriet, you're being crazy right now, or something like that. Like, that would have been more called for. But it was like, I didn't think it needed to go to that level. And then, like, why won't he apologize? Because let's say you agree with calling Harriet out and you don't like the comments she made about you. Like, it's free to apologize. It costs nothing. Like, why not just be like, I'm sorry that it got to that level and I called you the second or third pick? Like, why?
Immaturity.
Right. But, like, I can't trust anyone who's, like, unwilling to apologize. Like, if it'll just clear the air and, like, stop confrontation, why wouldn't you just apologize? Like, you don't have to mean it.
Some people don't, dude.
You could just say sorry. Like, you don't have to genuinely mean it. It's not a blood oath, you know?
I know, honestly. But also, Jess is laughing at that comment, and, like, Jess, you literally couldn't even be, like, the third pick to Ronnie.
Yeah. No, you're rejected from being the third pick.
You're still not anybody's choice except for Trey, who has to be icked out. There's just no other girl.
I really think that, like, her popping off, like, icks him out, because
it's gross.
Later, she was like, at least you can see how well behaved I am. I was like, Jess, the delusion knows no bounds. You thought you were well behaved in that scenario? And he was like, you were loud.
I love that.
Yeah, got her.
He's so hot.
I don't know. Like, I'm not getting hot. There was, like, something stuck in his beard hair when they were talking, and it just, like, really grossed me out.
I didn't see it. I was focused on his eyes.
Yeah. You're an eye person.
For sure. Especially if they have dark hair. I love, like, a light eye. And I'm pretty sure his are green, not blue. I don't know, though. But they kissed, which was, like, a little... I can't with her, like, side smirk.
I know. It's driving me crazy. And just, like...
Jess, like, really needs to go. Like, she's just straight up mean. Like, and then her and Nicole being like, I've tried 1,000 times. Do you get my thing about Nicole?
Yeah.
Like, she says nothing... So that it's like you like her less because she says nothing. It's like you don't stand up for anything.
She has
except for the guy who's wrong.
Like, she has no backbone. Like, either side with Jess and be like, Harriet, it's true. Like, all you do is talk shit and no one can say it to you. Either side with Jess, side with Ciran, or side with Harriet. But side with someone. Like, say something.
But it's like, you're the one that fucking went to all the girls bitching about Ciran for the 30th time, and they're finally like, girl, just watch your back, like, or whatever the fuck she said. Like, oh my god, like, Nicole annoys me so much. Like, you just set Harriet up when you're the one that was talking the shit about Ciran in the first place.
Exactly. Like, you're bringing up the 120 girls, the threesome, you're getting mad about everything. And the girls are saying, be careful with him. Like, it's just girl on girl advice. It doesn't need to be brought to Ciran either. Like, oh, they said to be careful with you. It's like,
but why did they say that to be careful with you, Nicole? Like,
right, instead,
you didn't even tell the story that made you look. It's like you lying by omission. She annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. And yeah, Jess is like, it is her time. It's just getting toxic.
Yeah, it is getting toxic. So you vote for your favorite couple. Were there exemptions or no?
No, I didn't catch any.
Okay, yeah. For some reason I thought it said, like, I read in the comments that Joey and Jessie are exempt, or like the bombshells.
Oh, possibly the bombshells.
I can't think that's maybe. But then that means Jess is saved.
So
what do you think about Will and Uma? Like, and Jesse, like,
Well, during that conversation with Jesse, it looks like that's like the only conversation I can recall them having, like, where he mentions he's interested in her. And that up until...
They had one before.
And did he say, like, he was interested in her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to this level, though, but just, like, I'm open.
Right.
It would be crazy not to be whatever.
I kind of agree with that, too, in the sense that it's, like, it is so fresh for Will and Uma. Like, they just started really, like, kicking off, heating up, which they're so cute together. I love them. But what I thought was weird, and, like, tell me what you thought, with right before Jesse was going to pick someone to steal, he's like, I think she's going to pick me. She's probably going to pick me. Why did he do that?
Yeah. Like, was he softening this thing that was about to happen? Like, he was shitting himself. Like, I think the recoupling shocked everyone, and it didn't give him enough time to be like, Uma, I'm open to seeing her. Like, we've been having chat. So I feel like he was just trying to, like, save face real quick.
Okay.
And she's like, she better fucking not. Like, she had no idea that they are even in communication
at all. Like, she had no idea. And then when Jesse didn't pick him, he looked genuinely shocked.
Yeah, he wanted her to pick her.
And then Uma, like, laughed at him.
Is that why, or was it because she chose Joey and that's why Grace stormed off and was like, this is not funny?
I thought my interpretation of that moment was that she was laughing at Will being like, you thought she was going to choose you and she chose Joey. And then, but Grace taking that as, why are you laughing? Like, it's not funny. She chose my mans. I thought Uma was laughing more at Will than Grace. If she was laughing at Grace, like at her choosing Joey, like, that's really mean.
I'm saying, like, I really saw Mean Girl, like, vibes from Uma tonight, so I wasn't down for that. So the way I flopped on Uma, and now I'm rooting for Will and Jesse. Because I honestly feel like Jesse is about to, like, now be another pawn in Joey's game, and she's really nice girl.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen with the Joey-Jesse thing is he's going to start to get to know Jesse, then he's going to flip back to Grace and, like, leave Jesse in the dust, and then Jesse's going to be, like... left with her dick in her hand, like, okay, what do I do now?
Just like Samantha, and she will be sent home. And it's not cool.
When she could be with Will.
Right. And Will made the point that saying he's sick of not knowing where he stands with Uma.
But I feel
like Uma's, like, very all over him and
that's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, how can he not know where he stands? It looks pretty clear to me.
Yeah, I know,
You guys are, like, making out in bed. You, like, are PDA all the time. Like, is that just, like, an excuse, boys say?
It's like you don't want to know where you stand because you don't want to have that limit.
Right, or, like, you want an excuse for why you're not closed off yet. So it's just like, well, I just never know where you stand. Like, at what point in university do they teach guys gaslighting? Because they all have taken courses on it.
It's insane.
It's insane.
What's today? Thursday. So tomorrow, I don't know. And then are we in Casa? Like,
if we're in Casa on Sunday, so that means we have tomorrow, which we vote for our favorite couple, and then they go to Casa.
I don't know, but it's getting good because it's getting all the couples a little bit weak right now.
Yep.
Ciran is gonna...
Without eyes on Ciran, he's gonna go mad, dude. He is gonna let loose. Like, Ciran,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure is gonna I'm just, like, so scared to give my opinion these days because I feel like every time I say something, the opposite happens. So I have to just watch what I say. Like, I'm just like, I love Will.
So Ciran's gonna be loyal to Nicole.
Yeah, exactly. Like, last night I said Will knows what he wants, and then tonight he proved me completely the opposite way. So
it's so true.
I can't say my opinion anymore.
Well, no one's crucifying for us for our opinions.
I know, I'm just so scared of that 1-star podcast reviewer on Apple Podcasts.
But it wasn't for our opinions, it was for our titles.
Right. Honestly, though, the best thing that you ever posted on our Instagram was that one review that said we were their favorite 1-star podcast. So funny.
I know. I love that. That's the guy who said fins up.
Oh, we love him. Fins up.
If it is a guy. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
sorry, didn't mean to
I'm assuming.
discriminate.
I'm
See-
assuming if you're talking about them. I know. There we go again. Any other thoughts?
No, I'm ready to see what happens. I'm loving how it's unfolding. This season, loving this season.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's pretty crazy, like, how different it already is. I was thinking about that. Like, I was, like, waiting for the first look. And I was like, it's so different than what it was last week.
No,
And are we still on the second week?
no, I think we're on
Like, are
the third week.
the third
Mhm.
week? Okay. It feels like it's the second week.
No, you've got the baby brain, but it's the third week.
Mhm.
It does make sense for Costa to be next week. It'll be the fourth week.
During the 4th? Oh, yeah. And hopefully it's a good long week.
Mm-hmm.
Not this bullshit 2 days.
No, we need like 5 days in Casa.
And I just, like, need the people on the outside, the casa. What do they call them?
Casa Amor, boys and girls.
I guess. Casa
Do
girls
they-
and
they
Casa
don't call
boys.
them
I thought there's a name for
bombshells.
them. I really feel like there's a name for them, but maybe it's just Casa boys and Casa girls. But I want them to come in and be like, Ciran, blah, blah, blah. Like, start reading everybody to
Yeah.
filth and just, like, get messy and, like, tell people the truth. Because I really don't think anybody is strong right now.
No. Everybody's weak.
Yeah, and I love
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be good. Io could pull something out.
Bye.
Yeah. No, I'm honestly, there is a chance that everyone may flip.
Wasn't there a season that happened? Wasn't it India's season? Like, honestly, like, everybody.
Honestly-
Oh, or was she the only one?
Honestly, early on, like, it would be like almost everyone would flip and like only 1 or 2 would stay loyal.
Yeah, and then it'd be like 20 people in the freaking
Yeah.
villa. That'll be good. So I guess we'll see tomorrow what happens. I don't even know. How did it end? Just, the kiss.
Yeah, the kiss on the terrace.
Still crazy.
So crazy.
I wonder if he's gonna be like, Grace, Jesse doesn't want to sleep in a single bed, so we're gonna go to the hideaway.
And did you hear him say, "Oh, so you're in your single bed tonight?" to Jesse?
No, when?
I think the first night she was in, he's like, "Oh, and you're in a single bed tonight, aren't you?" And she was like, "Literally."
What is with the single
Dude,
bed?
I don't know. It's really triggering to Joey. He just hates to see a pretty girl sleep alone.
Oh my gosh, hysterical. Okay, I think that was it.
All right.
And all right, guys, thank you all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.